Sag, welcome to your Celtic cross reading. Like always, we're going to put down that baseline, then we'll clarify, and then we'll do some time frames, yeah? What's going on, please, for that Sagittarian collective? Show me, Sag. Yes? What is it, baby? Show me, Sag. Show me, Sag. Show me, Sag. This is my new puppy. Her name is Cinna, so if you're on Facebook, you can connect with me there and see her backstory. I'll formally introduce her, unless, of course, she doesn't pop up. But on the mid-month check-in. What's going on, please? But just FYI, yes, I have a puppy, so I might have to stop here and there and adjust to her needs as she needs it. But what's going on, please, for that Sagittarian collective? Show me, Sag. Show me, Sag. Show me, Sag. Show me, Sag. It's just so good to have some fresh life in the house and a fresh heart. Expanding the family, you know. Show me. Show me that Sagittarian collective, please. Show me, Sag. Show me, Sag. Show me, Sag. What's up? What's going on for Sagittarius? Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, King of Wands. Heck yes. Crossing you. Queen of Wands. That's interesting. Hovering. Page of Swords. We got somebody contemplating somebody. You're both of equal frequencies. Relevant past, Seven of Pentacles, steady growth, but stop, stagnant, what's going on here? Exiting, communication, before Five of Swords, a little bit of self-sabotage, doubt, what's going on here, honey? What's going on? Ten of Swords, Strengths, Page of Cups, environment, opening up, Four of Pentacles, hopes and fears, holding back the world. Outcome, yeah, I kind of agree. There is something here that's a little bit more on the plain as day side. You know, if we ever get into that space of we're not communicating, there's been no growth, and I don't know who that is to you. It's somebody who, by all rights, looks like they match frequencies with you. But there's Five of Swords here. There's some self-sabotage and the things we tell ourselves, the justification principle about why we did this or that. Or everybody has a Five of Swords, guys, so don't take offense to it. You shouldn't. Everybody does. It's normal. Seven of Swords is normal, Five of Swords is normal. It's just we don't want it to be too normal. In other words, we don't want that to be our day-to-day expectation of ourselves or from others, because then we never really believe ourselves or others. But yes, Five of Swords here and there, this is normal. Seven of Swords too. Okay, we'll talk about it. Ten of Swords, your strengths. You're saying that you can handle a lot of pain. I don't know that's necessarily a strength, guys, but I do know that's one of the things people tell themselves to justify something that's not working. I can tolerate a lot of pain, you know, or I can handle the ending. You know, or it doesn't mean anything. I don't know about that. That's kind of what you call a false strength. And it's one of those things, again, I know people tell themselves in order to keep going in something and hold out for something that's not necessarily good for them, but hey, we got it in our head that it is. So we got to keep rolling with it, right? Well, I'm here to tell you otherwise. We'll get to it. Page of Cups in your environment, very small heart here. We're going to see why. It's a little tender. He's a small guy. A little bit of vulnerability. We'll see what's up with that. But yeah, Four of Pentacles, hopes and fears. Do you dare hold on to this? Which you kind of see where that has led up to this. But the fear to let it go as well. Those two typically play into each other. Holding on and knowing that we're holding on, even though we know we probably shouldn't. And then the responsibility of letting it go. Once we understand it is indeed our responsibility to let it go. And then the world. I would say that what I'm seeing here today, I would say yes. If you ever have to get yourself in a position where the communication's not great, there's been no growth, very little insight with the Page of Swords, we're having to tell ourselves what we need to tell ourselves to continue justification, that is participating in it, holding on to it, even if you're not. Let's say this is a no contact type situation. You can still hold on to somebody by mentally saying, one day, or this is why I'm still attached to them, when we know we probably shouldn't be. So I'm actually quite happy to see that world, because whatever this is doesn't look like it's something that you should be participating in. Now that's for you to decide, not for me to say, but I am reading the cards here today, guys. So don't take it as offense. I don't want you to. We're here to learn and to grow, not do what I'm saying here today, okay? That's the idea. So please don't take it as judgment on my part. That's not why I'm here. Everybody gets a reading like this from time to time, all right? It's normal. It is normal. And I wouldn't say that this is your normative. It's all Sag. You know, some idiot in Aries said, oh, God, you always give Aries such a hard time. Are you done trashing Aries? I don't trash anybody. The collective dictates the energy, not me. And people who see no change in readings that are completely different, that means they themselves have made no change. Therefore, they see nothing different. So I don't want you to be one of those types. We're either here to learn and we appreciate real tarot, or this is not your thing, and it's probably time to exit. Okay? So take what resonates, leave it does not. There you go. These are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which doesn't mean they may not fit you at all. If that's true, check out the placements. That's it. All right. Let's see that King of Wands, please. Some of that King of Wands, some of that King of Wands. Some of that King of Wands, please. Some of that King of Wands, some of that King of Wands. Oh, and guys, just again, as an addendum, it does not have to be a love story. We've got to get out of that box. It's whatever the situation is I'm describing. Too many people automatically take it to that place. I could be describing a not great, possibly toxic situation that you have with somebody, and that could be anybody, family, friend, coworker, whatever. You name it. A frenemy. I have no idea. The Magician. The Two of Pentacles, Four Cups. There is a pull, and I'm going to go ahead and default to that King of Wands as being you. But again, reverse as you need to. There's a Queen of Wands in opposition to that person. So the Magician here, manifestation, and then we have the Two of Pentacles, the Four Cups. It's literally saying, I want to do something, but I don't know what. It feels like a helpless situation, but we're still determined to put something of ourselves into it, even if it's not clear. Okay, so the Four of Cups, you're unhappy. You're unhappy with the lack of progress. You are unhappy with clear insight. You are unhappy with the clear sense of what is going on. I want to contribute to this, but I don't know how, but I'm still pulling it in. The Magician. I'm still pulling this in, though. King of Wands. I'm back it up, too. I mean it. I mean it when I say I'm manifesting this. I'm not happy with it. Four Cups. And I don't know what to do with it. Two of Pentacles. I also see that in relevant past, of stagnation being a problem. But by God, you cannot put me off this manifestation. That's what he's saying. Right? Let's see that Queen of Wands. What's up, baby? Where is it? Where is it, boo-boo? What's going on? Show me that Queen of Wands, please. Show me that Queen of Wands. Show me that Queen of Wands. Show me that Queen of Wands. Okay. Let's do that one more time. Show me that Queen of Wands, please. Show me that Queen of Wands. Okay, Queen of Swords. The Knights of Pentacles, the Sun, you know? They don't know that they want this. Here's the thing. Now, whoever this is in opposition to your energy, even though you technically match frequencies, there's that admission here. We match frequencies, and they're saying, I do want to be happy. I don't know that I necessarily want to pull it through for this, though. In other words, it looks like even though there is a matching frequency here, and they say they do want to be happy, it's like saying I don't necessarily know how to be happy with you, or that I want this specifically. So it's kind of like saying someone who is like, although I just said it doesn't have to be romantic, let's say somebody who is open to dating and you think they're a great match, but they're not necessarily interested in you, but they have all these great qualities that you're looking for, but they don't feel the same way. It kind of feels like that. It kind of feels like that. They're like, yeah, no, I absolutely want to be happy, and I'm willing to take action towards my goals and what it is that makes me happy, but I'm not necessarily convinced it's in this situation. So that would explain to me why you're showing me this sense of confusion. I'm unhappy. I'm trying to give to this. I'm manifesting at all my best levels. But you're not showing me that you can do the same, but we're so similar. How can you not know we're so similar? Yeah, I mean, honey, two people can match frequencies, be so similar, but that doesn't mean that they're compatible, you know? And this person's saying they want to be happy and that they're more than happy to move in the direction of said happiness, and they'll make up their mind when they make up their mind, but they're so slow. They're very slow, and there's nothing wrong with speed, guys. It's just, it seems to me it shouldn't take this long to figure out if this is the direction you want to move in or not. So it's like they're saying, yeah, I match frequencies with you, but I'm not going to share that frequency with you until I know for sure. And it seems to me they should kind of know by now. See what I'm saying? Hence, I think why you're showing me disappointment and I don't know what to do, but I'm still trying to do something. You know? All right. Let's see that Page of Swords. Very little insight. Yeah, I can kind of see where that's an issue here. Let's see that Page of Swords. And that's okay. If somebody doesn't want to move in that direction, cool. They don't need to be lingering there. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to be lingering there. It's great when somebody's like, yeah, I want to be happy and I'll take my time and I've determined upon that, but then that means they should already kind of know if they're willing to move in that direction with you or not. It should be that simple, guys. So I want to spare you the manifestation If you're already this unhappy with the situation. What is it, baby? What is it? Oh, it's so vicious. It's so vicious. Good girl. Good girls. That's my good girl. Okay. Page of Swords. Show me that Page of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. The Emperor. The Knight of Swords. See, that's a weird energy, man. Page of Swords is like I'm ready to take action. I can put the best of myself into this. I'm just waiting for that cue. I'm waiting for the cue to give you the best of myself and the best of this energy I have towards this situation. Just give me the cue. So that's a Page of Swords who doesn't want to be a Page of Swords. You're saying you have a ton of energy behind it. The Knights of Swords, the Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles. It's almost like you're saying, I just need permission from you to know that I can put the best of myself into this and mean it. I'm just waiting on your cue. I'm just waiting on your cue. So that's a restless Page of Swords. He doesn't like being reduced. You're saying, I can do all this, but we're not on the same page, so I can't give you all this. I'm still looking at you, waiting to be my best self, my most empowered self, to put real work into this, and I won't fail to take action. But I'm waiting. I don't think you need to wait, honey. If you have all this in you, you don't need anyone's authority or permission to execute it. You should already be doing this. You know? If you're already self-empowered and you can put the best of yourself into any activity for which you choose to participate in and give the best of yourself to, you don't need anyone's permission. This situation's either for you or it isn't. So I'd say forget that Page of Swords, bypass him altogether, step into your power, and if they want to join that, then great. If they don't, they don't. That's it. You know? You're saying you have all that in you, and I believe you. But you should already be living it, and somebody either wants to get on that gravy train or they don't. That's it. So again, I don't know who the heck that is to you. They say they want to slowly move towards what makes them happy, yet you're the one who's showing me a great deal of restlessness, and I can't be my highest form because I don't have your permission yet. No, Saggy, honey. No. If you're rocking all that energy naturally, you should already be living it. And someone either wants to get in on that, like attracts like, honey. So if this is who you already are, put it out there, and you will attract accordingly. I know you got someone close to your frequencies, but they don't seem to be seeing it that way. They're still withholding the best of themselves, and so are you, because you're waiting on them to demonstrate more. So again, that's a non-starter. That's a non-starter. It's kind of like saying, well, I'm waiting to reveal the best of myself until I know that this is right for me. And you're like, well, I guess I have to do the same. No, you should already be showing the best of yourself. They either win in on that, want in on that, or they don't. Okay? Kind of like how you perceive them. All right, Seven of Pentacles in the recent past, Justice, Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. You know, at the time this felt correct. It really did feel correct. You really thought that they perceived this as being fair and that they would grow into it because you said it's so similar to you. And although it was a slow-growing thing, they gave you reason to demonstrate a state of independence and fairness within themselves. You know, they know themselves. You give them that full credit, but they know themselves so well, but they're not showing it or demonstrating it to you. You've had a lot of time to reflect upon this. You're like, man, I see the best of them, but they don't give me that. Yeah, what does that tell you? Is that a choice? It is a choice. That means they're still not sure. You're saying you have more than enough evidence here over time, with development with this person, that you know what they can achieve. There they are again, the Queen of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Justice. Strong sense of self-liberation. I can do this attitude. I know how to show myself balance. I don't know that I necessarily want to share that with you. But you know those qualities exist with them. So, honey, take the hint. I know they're packing a lot of good qualities, but if they're not interested in sharing them, that's it. And you don't need anyone's permission to show your best qualities either. You know, I'm not feeling comfortable with this. I feel like you put the best of yourself on pause, hoping someone will catch up and realize what a catch you are. You already are a catch. You have to know that in order to get a catch. That's what I'm saying. It's the law of attraction. This is what I mean. Everything begins with the self. When you know what it is that you are capable of doing, and you ask no one's permission to execute it, people who are for it will get in on it. People who are not for it, they don't stick around. This is law of attraction. Law of attraction equals everything begins with the self. I know some folks have a really strong opinion about that. They really think the best of themselves and love is generated outside of them first. Bullshit. How does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. The idea of who you are as a person, your empowerment or love, does not magically exist in someone you've never met. It already began with you, or it should. So when I'm telling you, should already be your empress or emperor self, Eight of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the manifester. I need you to stop waiting for permission to evoke all these qualities that are already in you. Put them out into the world so you can get it back. They know who they are. Let them go attract someone who wants that. You do. But they're not sharing it with you. There's nothing wrong with them. There's really nothing wrong with you. They don't seem to be interested at that level of connectivity, and I could not tell you why. But I hate that you feel like you're in a position that you have to wait on permission to be the best you, and that's bullshit. Let's see that Eight of Wands, please. Let's see that Eight of Wands, please, in the relevant past. Oh, I'm sorry. Exiting. Eight of Wands is exiting. Eight of Wands is exiting. Eight of Wands is exiting. It's kind of like saying, when I mean everything begins with the self, people who watch tarot to be told what to do. No, you should already have an idea. Watching tarot is just to give you an idea of how to shape elements as you go along, not dictate them. Tarot doesn't dictate shit. Another person and their energy or lack of doesn't dictate shit. You do. I.e., everything begins with the self. Okay? Okay. King of Wands. There you go. Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. You have begun to communicate. See, your energy opened up here with that King of Wands. Manifesting, but you're not really sure why because you're still unhappy with this. You have begun to kind of back out of communication towards this. I agree. And your heart's in there too. Yeah. Two of Wands. You're saying that you have begun to acknowledge that your heart space, your ability to express yourself openly towards it, has begun to fade or wane. So you have begun to feel this. I would say that's natural. You're not getting back what you need. So why would you keep putting your heart on the line? Make sense? Okay. Makes sense to me. Your ability to communicate love through this and mean it is starting to exit. Yes, as it should. As it should. There's some part of you that's starting to acknowledge this isn't for you, whatever it is. They're not a bad person because they don't give back. They're saying they know what they want, but not necessarily this. That doesn't make them bad. That just means they know who they are. And you need to know who you are too. Let's see that Five of Swords, please. Show me that Five of Swords. There's that self-deception though. So while your ability to communicate love through this is exiting. Okay, Five of Swords here. Let's take a look at that. Six of Wands, Seven of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups. See, you're convinced in some way, in a self-sabotaging way, that this will come through in time. Okay. There's a certain sense of confidence around that. The Seven of Cups, the heart space will open up. They'll take a sip off the cup eventually, and it'll make them feel good. They don't know what they're missing yet. They don't even know they want this yet. No. This is the kind of things we tell ourselves. And you're telling me that you still feel good about this and that you are still willing to take sips off this love cup, even though your most genuine heart here at the Ace of Cups, when it comes to the communication and your passion for it, has begun to wane. So what's kicked in is this sense of, I still have love for it though. I still feel pretty good about that. And if you have to tell yourself a lie, even if it's a white lie, that still means it's wrong. If you have to talk yourself into something when you know you shouldn't, That's wrong. If you have to talk yourself out of something and it's contrary to what you actually feel, this is also a Five of Swords, okay? You shouldn't have to talk yourself into or out of anything. It either flows with you or it don't. Okay? That's any situation, place, or circumstance. It either goes like this with you or you're going like this and they're like, not so much. Okay? I kind of see you telling yourself what you need to tell yourself in order to keep hoping for this. But your authentic self has already exited, or is trying to exit. In other words, the love and the passion that you have for this has begun to exit, and for some reason you're rejecting that. It's like, I can't not love this with my full heart. That can't be right. No, I still have feelings towards it. We don't quite believe that, do we? Evidence right here, Ten of Swords. Okay. Your strengths, you're saying that you can handle a lot of pain. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. I see people carry around a Ten of Wands all the time. That's a lot of stress, that's a lot of burden. But just because you can, again, doesn't mean you should. It's about your mental, emotional, physical health. Just because you can push boundaries and exceed limits doesn't mean that you should. Never mind make it a constant rate. Okay. Let's see that Ten of Swords, please. Let's see that Ten of Swords. Show me that Ten of Swords. Show me that Ten of Swords. Let's see that Ten of Swords, please. The Chariot, the High Priestess, the Queen of Swords, you know. Your strengths, you're saying that there's nothing you won't do for love. I agree that you believe that. I do. I completely agree that you believe that. You're saying there's nothing, you consider this a strength. You've already made up your mind on this subject. You're saying there's nothing you won't do for love, even if it means extreme pain. I'm going to have to push back on you. No pain is worth it. Something either is or it isn't. That's it. That's the universal law. Something either is or it isn't. You can love something to death, and exactly that, to death. And it can hurt you. But it's like anything for love. At what cost? And for how long? Indefinitely? And you've made up your mind intuitively this has somewhere to go. The Ten of Swords begs to differ. You're saying there's no amount of pain or bullshit I can't put up with so long as I can justify it with some love. So, do you see that Five of Swords, how it's playing off? Your best heart space and passion have begun to exit. Cinna agrees. Cinna. Your Five of Swords kicked in to kind of recover some of that feeling. No, I'm still attached to this. And so long as I'm still attached to this, I can justify trying to move it in a particular direction and say that I'm in for the ride no matter what. I disagree. At some point you have to start asking yourself at what point is it just not worth it because it hurts too much. Something either is or it isn't. You two might have matching frequencies, but that doesn't mean they're for you. Especially if you get into that place where you have to stick, you're telling yourself, again, if you have to tell yourself, it's usually wrong. I have to, I have someone who emails me consistently, even though I told her not to. But she's going to tell herself what she needs to tell herself in order to keep doing it. That's what Five of Swords is. Even though she knows it's wrong, she has to find justification. Once she has justification, she does. I have over 300 emails from this person. When I said, I don't want to engage with you. She's going to tell herself what she needs to tell herself in order to justify the action. That's someone who's a little bit more on the side of Five of Swords runs deeper. I don't want yours to run that deeply. No level of pain is worth it. Okay. It's just not, guys. I don't want you to be that person who's got it in her mind. It has to be this way because I said what I needed to say and then I did the bad thing and started to believe it. That's not authentic self. And that is not law of attraction. And that is not love of the self first. Let's see that Page of Cups. Let's see that Page of Cups, please, in the environment. Show me that Page of Cups, please. Show me that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups in your environment. Send that Page of Cups, please. Five of Wands, Six of Swords, baby. In your heart, you know you're supposed to leave this behind. Let's make this clear. In your best, cleanest parts of your heart, you know the Four Cups, which you opened with. I will remind you, I'm continuing to manifest this, even though I'm grossly unhappy with it. There's that Four Cups again with the Six of Swords, Five of Wands. You resist moving on from this. You have a very strong emotional attachment to this, and I'm not entirely sure why. You don't seem to be getting much from it. I know you see their potential, but honey, I tell this to Scorpio all the time, don't fall for potential. You fall for reality. It either gives to you in reality or it doesn't. Otherwise, you're just in love with the potential, not really the person or the situation. And I don't want that for you. Because that's a very small little guy who is resisting at every conceivable level of moving on from this unhappiness. The situation does not suit. This person does not suit. It makes you unhappy to try to get its attention, to try to be involved with it at all. And you're saying you're very proud of the fact that there's no amount of pain you can't handle. You might show that level of devotion to someone who's in your life, okay? And you two have made certain commitments and vows, in which case that makes perfect sense. But they don't seem to be attached to you at all in that way. And here I see you blocking, moving on from this, the unhappiness. Specifically, you hoping for it, wanting it, desiring it, pulling it towards you. You know? Your authentic heart stopped feeling for this a long time ago until you started telling yourself, no. I say, I don't like this, honey. I don't like it. Four of Pentacles, why do you hold on to this? Why? Show me this Four of Pentacles. Let me make this clear. I don't see you fighting for someone who's on the verge of exiting your life. I don't see them as ever having stepped into it. So let's make that clear. I'm not talking about a Sag who's on the precipice of a divorce with somebody. I'm talking about someone who was never in there to begin with. They did not attach themselves to you. You showed me that they have a lot of potential that you appreciate, but they don't share it with you. You've even come to see them as being oppositional for not sharing it. Where's that coming from? Let's see that Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, because you really believe that this situation, that you love it, even though I saw it exit, and that they could potentially love you back. You really feel that's a lot of water. You hope for this. That's why you hold out to it, but you're also afraid of it simultaneously. It's kind of like the dog that catches the car. Even if the dog could catch the car, it wouldn't know what to do with it. Okay? You're saying you really hope for pure love. Pure love. You want to find your love in this person. And in that way, you'll kind of find yourself. And I have to disagree. I already talked about this. You're really hoping to find love of yourself in this. It was with you this whole time. Your love for yourself is in here. But you keep pointing it at it's them. Or that situation. No, honey. Your heart was already beautiful to begin with. But you seem to think it can't function unless you have this. No, it's not functioning now. You know? That's why you hold on to that. You really believe your heart's in this connection. And that you could make them happy. Because you're convinced they can make you happy. At what point do you have evidence that this could make you happy? The waiting? The pain? The frustration? The non-cooperation on this person's part? Knowing that you should leave this behind, but you convince yourself you can't? Big difference, guys, between knowing something's right for you and having to convince yourself. Huge. I'm not trying to pick on you. It has nothing to do with the Sagittarian collective. I don't know who the hell is supposed to see this. By the way, all my readings have nothing to do with the collective. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm here to help. And if you don't see it that way, then you won't. If you see me as being mean to you, I can't help you. You've already made up your mind. Okay, I want the best for everybody. I don't care what your sign is. I could give a date. I don't want this for anybody. That's why. Okay. That's why I'm emphasizing, because I genuinely care and concern. That's who I am. Okay. So if it's not yours, it's not yours. I need you to reflect on this. The world Show me the world, please. Show me the world, please. Show me the world. And think about it, honey. Do you really want to offer your heart to someone who doesn't even know you're there? Again, don't take offense to it. I had to talk with this Scorpio not too long ago. It's like you were literally trying to show your heart, demonstrate your heart to someone who doesn't even know you're there. Why would you do that? That's literally you going like this. Take it. Take it. And they're like, I don't know. You are, or what is you're trying to do. Now, they had some sort of crossroad period with you where there might have been some sort of communication. But you showed me that they're in opposition to you. I want this, but they're not giving. They're not giving. I'm still manifesting, but they're not giving. Again, it's done. Your job's done. You already have your answer. So I don't know how deeply this ran. But you're saying you have enough experience to understand who they are. Let's see that world. Let's see that world. Let's see that world, please. Page of Pentacles, the Magician, Eight of Wands. Okay, you have begun to invest manifesting the direction of closing this out. Good. Good. Possibly you are shifting focus into something else that has captivated your attention. Perhaps you found someone whom you can speak to. I don't know. But you seem to have shifted, and that's microenergy. The Page of Pentacles is microenergy. You have started to shift away from communicating with this, and perhaps you are showing an interest in something else, anything else. Just not this. Okay. I do see your attention shifting for the better in future. Finding something else to communicate with, to invest in, to engage you. Just not this. As one door closes, another opens. And I see you cycling this out, particularly manifesting, even trying to communicate with it in even the smallest of ways with the Page of Pentacles. Good. Start there. Starts there. Start small. It's interesting because at some point you're showing me the exit. You stopped communicating with this in love and started to do something with it in a sense of determination, frustration, anger maybe, even a coldness. I got to deal with what I got to deal with because I want this. I could be in love with it and I'm pretty convinced it could love me back. If that was true, it would have happened already. And P.S., you wouldn't be fighting leaving this behind. If it was going to give to you by now, it would have done. That's it. End of story, guys. Sometimes the simplest explanation is indeed the truth. But we want to reject. Human beings have this really strong tendency, guys, to reject the obvious. Why? Who knows? Like I said, Five of Swords is everybody experiences it. And like I said, if you have to justify it, it's usually wrong. I don't want you to have to do that anymore. I want you to give the best of yourself to someone who can appreciate it and actually wants to receive it. Close it out. Let this be done. It's not for you. It's not for you. You see some really amazing qualities in them. I don't know that they necessarily see you that way or interact with you at all. You said something here about communication being the biggest obstacle. And then, if they could just turn around and recognize you for who you are, all these wonderful qualities would come forth. And I have to insist, honey, those wonderful qualities should already be apparent. You put yourself out there appropriately and honestly to the best of your knowledge, and people gravitate towards it or they don't. That's it. It's kind of like my relationship with YouTube. You know, I have very limited appeal. I'm not everybody's favorite because I'm showing why right now today. I don't do that other stuff. Sadie, I don't do that stuff. You know, I don't want to lie to you. I want what's best for you. This is not what's best for you. I hope you see that. Yes, baby. All right, I gotta stop. It's a good time to wrap it up. Yes, baby. I heard you. I heard you. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. No. My puppy, she's Virgo, and it shows. She's hilarious. She organizes her toys. I kid you not, she organizes her freaking toys. I'll be with you in just a second. We got to finish up Sagi's reading, okay? All right. Let's get some constructive time frames for this. This is what I'm talking about. You have some beautiful qualities in you. That's a beautiful quality right here. That's why you hold on to this, even though you probably know you shouldn't at this point. You have some beautiful, beautiful Emperor. I do what I need to do energy. I take charge. You shouldn't have to wait on permission to execute that. So take those beautiful qualities. Show them to yourself first. Live that particular life. No permission needed. Let others see it, and you attract accordingly. That's it. It's an extremely simple formula. Okay? Extremely simple. But you have to believe that. For some of you, I knew it. I was about ready to say, when did your communication towards this, I was focusing on that and I wasn't sure why. When did you stop communicating from this from a authentic loving space and you kicked into, I still have love for this and I know it. I was focusing on that. For some of you, it was October. Very specific. Where you understood you were communicating with this out of love to, well, I'm saying what I need to say because I still believe I have some feeling attached to this. Okay. We don't want that. We do not want that. On a Monday, there might have been something significant on Monday. And then possibly after March. And March was in reverse. I'm not so sure about that, guys. Okay. I want to see more about that cycle closing out, please. When will this be finished? At dawn. You will know. Some of you will know the truth by dawn. In a day in December, you will come to the necessary conclusions. These did not come out face up, but for some of you, 6 months, you will know. I hope it doesn't go out that far, but it's possible, for sure. Okay, guys, love those who love you back. That's it. That's what justice is the balance, not just in your material world, but inside you spiritually and outside you spiritually. You know this is not a balanced situation. You know it's not. Okay? There's no rule in this world that says because you desire it strongly, it's supposed to do the same. That's where I see people very much get angry. I want this. Why doesn't it want me back? I feel justified and I'm starting to feel resentful and bitter because it's not for you. I don't know why it hits people so hard. We're taught about manifestation, making wishes. If you really, really want it, it'll come true. I don't know why we do that. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the thing or person we want the most is what we're going to have the least because we need to learn what is for us and what isn't. We shouldn't have to convince ourselves of anything. So this is very specific. I don't expect it to resonate with half of you. And I know it had a lot of hard points, guys. Once more, I'm not picking on you. Once more, what's best for you. I want to see growth. This is not my regular... Yes. I'm sorry, baby. I'm getting there. This is not my regular Sag collective. More often than not, I'm used to seeing very independent Saggies, which is very much part of the Sagittarian MO trait pattern. Strong sense of independence. You may not necessarily agree with me. I don't give a fuck. Gotta go. That's typically what I have come to expect from my Sagittarian collective, as it should be. Like I said, it's not randomly assigned to you guys. It's part of your traits, so I'm not saying that today. That's all sad is that for some reason I can't be the best of myself until I have permission to do so. No. No. So, this will not apply to many of you. I understand that, I respect that, and I can understand if you would be frustrated, even pissed off with this reading today. Please know it's not the normative. The reason I'm keeping it instead of redoing it is because A, it has a very strong message attached to it. B, I saw a conclusive result. This will be fully exited in time. And you understanding that. No more investing in communication with this. There's other things I could be doing. Correct. That's why I'm keeping it. Well, at the end of the day, even if you hate it, or you hate me for this message, that's fine. It might help you. Could be the seed that you needed. Okay. Just a little message to cross watchers. This probably isn't for you, this particular message, because the person I'm looking at isn't interested in Sag anyway, so I really don't want to hear the negativity. It's difficult enough to have a reading like this, never mind a bunch of negativity piled on top of that, so let's be conscientious of our comments. By all means contribute, but do so positively or not at all. I don't like stuff on top of stuff. Okay? And I'm being negativity on top of negativity. And this isn't negative, guys. It's here for a reason. I was supposed to see it. Okay? But that kind of depends on one's point of view. If you see it as me picking on you, you will. And I don't want you to, but you might. I understand. But it's not the truth. Alright, that's enough. I do hope this helped you. I do. Okay? Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.